So yeah, so my twin brother and I, we went
Oh,
to...
shoot, dang, you got yourself a twin brother?
Yeah, I got a twin brother.
I dated a twin once.
Oh yeah? Well, how'd you tell them apart?
Oh, one had a beauty mark and the other had a beard.
What's up, Daninator? Welcome back to the Daninator channel. In today's video, we're going to give you some updates on our project vehicles. We've got the Project Trailblazer, I've got Project Rescue Sierra, got some information on the Silverado as well as the Camaro, and we're going to introduce a new friend on the channel, and I've got some mail I want to open and some more general announcements going forward with some videos that are upcoming on the Daninator channel. So let's get started. Well, let me introduce you to the newest member of our family, Rocky the Beagle. We adopted him from a kennel. Family friend of ours runs a kennel, and they took in this dog. They found him off the interstate and running loose with no collar, no nothing. Kids named him Rocky. I call him IROC Z, the Rockinator, rocker panel, Rocky butt, whatever. He's a little stinker. He'll walk off with my shop rags or my tools or this little tripod that I'm using to hold my phone. I'll be working on something, I'll turn around, stuff's missing, so he walks off with it. When we first picked him up, he was really intimidated by me, so I think maybe he might have been abused by the previous owner or something, but loved the kids, loved the wife, but really didn't care for me. So it took a little while for him to get used to me, but he's a good boy other than being a stinker and chasing the cat all the time. Aren't you, buddy? You good boy. You good boy. He's definitely a hunter. He likes to run through our woods and bark at all hours of the night. He's a good boy. All right, so we'll start off with the Trailblazer. As you can see, it looks a little bit different than the last time you've seen it. It's got new bumpers, a new grill. It really does make the truck look a lot better. I've got some color match paint, and I want to spray that and get that matching the rest of the vehicle. And I've also put on these step ladders for my wife, and we put new tires on it. This thing has been endless content for this channel because of so many repairs that I've had to do to it. If you remember, we bought this for a song and it needed a lot of work, and that's why I bought the parts Trailblazer to swap over a lot of parts that this thing was needing. Needed a whole new front end, but there has been a lot of little gremlins in this thing that I've had to repair in order to get it really functioning and running as well as it's been. There was an issue with the negative battery cable, a little ground wire issue, put a new alternator on this thing. The cable was loose at the battery too. Just little things that would cause this thing to not want to start, but we took care of all those things, and really this thing over the last several months has been a very nice running, reliable vehicle, and I couldn't be happier with it. I do call it a Trailblazer, but I do actually really love the utility of this vehicle. It rained a couple days ago. I've only driven this Trailblazer down our road maybe twice, and this is how dusty it gets. So I've actually made a lot of repairs to the Trailblazer lately. Again, I'll have videos of those coming eventually. A couple things I want to fix still is there's a crack right here on this trim. So I'd like to replace this whole trim bezel right here. Plus this rear gate actually doesn't open. I mean, it pops open, which this latch pops all the time. I'm constantly having to get out of the car and push this thing shut. But this trim right here is actually glued to the glass. Instead of fixing it properly, the previous owner just glued it to the glass, so it makes this window not even function. That's a couple more items I want to fix on this Trailblazer. Really, overall, the Trailblazer has actually been running pretty decent. So the flip side of this is the parts Trailblazer. Obviously, I've pulled off all of the front end parts. I've already pulled the trim off of the top window and the trim bezel around the handle. This gate has been backed into something, and it's messed up the button and the latch. I'm probably going to replace this latch as well. So you can see I'm still picking meat off the bones. Little parts here and there. I took the clock spring out of this. The biggest thing yet I want to pull off of this truck is the transmission and transfer case. I just want to have that out of there. So I'm probably going to pull the doors off, fenders, hood, and maybe try to sell the wheels and stuff and just get rid of whatever I don't think I'm going to need. All right, so that brings us to Project Rescue Sierra. The first thing you can notice is I put different wheels on them. I really like to look at the 17-inch Steelies. So I found these Steelies on Facebook Marketplace for 50 bucks. So I got all 4 tires. 2 of them have virtually all its tread life left. The other 2 tires were completely bald. So I put the Trailblazer tires on here, and they've got a little bit of tread life left, not much, but it was a lot better tread life than what I had purchased, so I went ahead and slapped those on the front. My goal is to paint them black, and I want to get some white lettered tires and kind of give it like a police interceptor look. I'd like to get some of those chrome center caps. I think that'd be really cool looking for this truck. Thought about maybe painting the bumpers in the grill body color. I don't know if I'm actually going to do that or not, but I just think that might look pretty cool. I've also thought about maybe lowering it an inch or 2 and kind of giving it a sport truck look. With it being a 4x4, you usually want to lift them and put some bigger tires on it, which I would love to do too. So I guess the jury's still out on what I will do with the truck, but first thing I wanted to do is put some Steelies on it. I just like the look of those. So currently the truck has a dead battery and won't even start. So it's dead as a doornail right now. So I have not been driving this truck, and it's not because it's got a dead battery. It's because it's already blown its second brake line. So it's been sitting for a couple of months now, waiting for me to actually get to it. I've been pretty busy. So eventually we'll be driving this thing again. Since the transmission's been rebuilt, I had 1 brake line blow. It's currently on its 2nd brake line blown. I did have to get the alternator rebuilt. We got a guy in town that rebuilds them for fairly cheap. It's been working like a charm. I just have a dead cell in the battery. I actually jump started it the other day. It had kind of a lifter knock on it, but that went away after just a couple of minutes. The engine's been sitting pretty cold for, gosh, it's been several weeks. I did have 1 incident with this truck, and I think you might be able to tell. I was going to pick up my son at a friend's house, and I didn't see 4 deer step out onto the highway, and I clipped one and hit the side of the truck. You can see the dent right here. It's pulled away from the molding, and so really, I think maybe a PDR can probably pull this dent and not be too much of an issue. I was not thrilled to be hitting a deer after I've gotten the transmission replaced and just started driving it. But that's sort of the price you pay when you live out in the country. It's going to need new plugs and wires, air filter and stuff, so it's going to need a little tune-up. I've done quite a bit of repairs on this thing already, but needed new brakes. The rear end cover needed some attention. Winter is coming, so I'm going to have to get this brake line fixed so we can have this 4-wheel drive. Future work I want to do on this thing still is I would love to take the bed off of this thing, paint the frame, get all the rust removed and patched. So hopefully that's something I can tackle, perhaps maybe next year. So I would love to put a cold air intake on this. I'd like to get maybe a catback system from eBay or something and get a nice dual exhaust from the catback. So I do plan on doing some more muffler testing videos, and we will be using the Sierra since the Silverado is off the road. So this will be our new mule to run some exhaust videos in the future. So I'm looking forward to that. So you'll definitely want to stay tuned to the channel. We've got plenty of videos to come on this puppy. All right, moving on to the Silverado. You can see that this thing is absolutely filthy. If you'd like to see me pressure wash this thing, just let me know in the comments below. I think that'd be kind of satisfying. So again, this thing is RIP. The only time I drive this thing is to run trash down to the dumpster. The reason, again, why we are no longer driving this truck was that the frame was cracked. It's rusted so bad that the frame is actually almost split in 2. You can see just how bad the rust is down that side. We went ahead and welded a steel plate to kind of help stiffen this frame a little bit. You can see it's been welded while holding a bologna sandwich, but it's on there good enough for what I'm wanting to do, and that is I want to do some more muffler videos with this truck, but I want to remove the catalytic converters and test all my cherry bomb mufflers without catalytic converters, and then that way you can have a comparison between cats versus no cats. So then after that, I would like to remove the Y pipe and basically just run open headers on this thing, maybe attach some pipes to go directly to the outsides of the truck, and just kind of hoon around with open headers and have some fun. All right, then that brings us to the old row, the 97 Camaro 3.8 V6, and basically this car has been sitting for approximately 6 months. With the whole pandemic thing that's been going on, I'm now working from home, so I don't have to drive this thing daily. I put a lot of miles on this car in the 4 years I've owned it. Right now, currently, it's got a check engine light. It's got something to do with the mass airflow sensor. I do have some hesitation on acceleration, and the code's telling me it's the mass airflow sensor. And I'm either going to need to clean it or have it replaced. I do have a fun video upcoming with this one. My brother owns a 97 Firebird, so he and I had our first competition in our cars. So stay tuned. There is a fun video coming to the channel with me and Thrillbilly with his Firebird and my Camaro. So I've got the rest of my cherry bomb mufflers that I have not put on this thing and run muffler tests, so I've got that to come. I'm looking forward to doing that. So when I bought this thing, I had no intention of really wanting to do anything to it, but now I'm kind of getting the itch to do something with it. So that kind of leads me to this idea in my mind, a plan, something I'd like to do with the Camaro. I've been working on this for about a year. Well, I was able to finally purchase something that it's really going to take a big first step in the plan that I have for my Camaro. So I'm just going to tease you a little bit in this video. Stay tuned for the next video where we announce the purchase I made for this channel. All right, so I know a lot of you guys are fans of my muffler videos, and I've gotten several comments about testing out different brands of mufflers. So I'm excited to say that I did save up some money and I purchased a different brand of muffler that I'm going to be testing. Yes, I wear socks with my sandals, don't judge. But I purchased a Flowmaster Super 10 and I purchased a little 8-inch glass pack. So I'm excited to compare the different lengths of glass packs, and I'm also excited to compare the Super 10 versus the Extreme. And they're basically the same type of muffler, a single chamber. There's a big price difference between these two mufflers, so we'll see if that makes a sound difference. And I also plan on testing this against the single chambered M80, which is the circular design, so we'll see how those compare. So you guys have asked for it. I'm finally going to be testing a different brand of a muffler. So on a side note, I did buy a new titanium Flux 125 welder from Harbor Freight. I've been wanting a wire feed welder, so I finally saved up some money and was able to get one. So if you own one of these, let me know in the comments below, what do you think of it? All right, so I've also got a new to me air compressor. It's a little 2 horsepower electric air compressor. I've actually owned this for a couple of years. I bought this off of a friend for like 20 bucks. I didn't even really know that it worked. I bought a new hose for it, some fittings. This thing actually works really well. I'm looking forward to using it. I'm gonna look into getting some air tools.
All right, now, mail time with the Daninator.
All right. This package comes from my friend Erwin, who runs the channel 3 Wheels in a Block. He used to own a Trailblazer as well, and he had some leftover parts. Looks like we got a new oil filter. Excited to have that. Thank you, sir. Oh, check this out. Vinyl decal. That's pretty cool. Oh, yes, he told me about this. He had some brand new engine and transmission mounts for the Trailblazer that he ended up not using and thought I might like them. So thank you, sir. I will put these to use on my Trailblazer and I'll make a video of it. All right, another vinyl decal. Thank you, sir. All right, looks like we've got some manuals, some printouts, 4th gen Firebird and Camaro window motor replacement procedures. I have noticed that my driver's side window on my Camaro is getting a little sluggish, so this actually may come in handy. Thank you, sir. All right, so last but not least, we've got an official Chilton's repair manual for the 4th generation Camaro Firebird. So thank you, Erwin. All this stuff is definitely going to go to use, so appreciate you sending that along. All right, next thing I got in the mail was from my friend Chemical Spore. He sent me along one of his cool logo t-shirts. You know what? Let's put it on. Yeah, check it out. Pretty cool. Nice, comfortable shirt. Nice logo on the front. So thank you, Chemical Spore, for sending this to me. You gotta check out his channel, Chemical Spore. He's a fellow F-body enthusiast just like me. And I appreciate you sending me this t-shirt. Guy cannot have too many t-shirts. You know, my wife says I have way too many. And what's going on? Huh? What?
Hey everybody,
What's going on?
John with Jay Hunto's Garage. Finally got the die-cast car done for the Daninator. Now I just got to get it to him. So Dan, run.
What? Run?
Run. Go.
You serious?
Go. Run.
I'm not gonna.
Can you run, Dan? Run. Go. Run. Run.
Is this far enough?
Yes, go left. No, your left. Run. Go. Run. Left. Go. Go. Oh, get up, Dan. Get up. Come on. I gotta really throw this thing. Go. Go.
Is this far enough?
Here comes.
Oh man, I think I pulled a hip. Anyway, thanks, John. Appreciate it. Nice throw, by the way. Check it out, guys. The Daninator in a Matchbox scale model. John did a fantastic job. putting on the body kit to make it look like an RS. So you can see he did a pretty stinking good job. Got the high spoiler, got the body kit on it, painted the tail lights, painted the front. Looks pretty good. He even made a little display board for it to sit on. Appreciate all the hard work that you put into this thing. So if you guys want to see the video on how he made this, check out this link right here, or check out the link in the description and give that video a peek see, and you'll see exactly how he made this Matchbox car look just like my RS Camaro. So again, thank you, John, so much for putting all that work into this. You did a fantastic job, and I'm going to proudly display this on my desk. So again, check out his video on how he made this for me. Leave a comment while you're over there and tell him the Daninator sent you. All right, another big thank you to you fellas for sending me that stuff in the mail. I want to give these guys a shout out. Do yourselves a favor, check out these guys on YouTube. Check out Three Wheels in a Block. Erwin's a great guy. He's got a great family. He's another DIY dude, car nut, loves working on cars. He's got several car projects that he's working on. Check out his videos on DIY repair. Plus he goes to local car shows and does montages of all the cars in there. Check him out. If you like the channel, give it a subscription, and leave a comment in the comment section in one of his videos. Tell him the Daninator sent you. Also check him out on Instagram. He's got a pretty good Instagram as well, so give him a follow there too. Then you can go check out Chemical Spore. Again, thank you for the shirt, dude. He's a fellow F-body guy just like me. He's got an awesome SS Camaro plus a beautiful C5 Corvette. So you want to check out his channel, the DIY stuff he does there, plus the vlogs that he shoots. Check him out. Again, leave a comment below. Tell him the Daninator sent you. And while you're at it, check him out on Instagram as well. All right, then go check out Jay Hunto's garage, not Jay Leno's garage, and check out the repair videos and projects he's working on. I'll tell you, he's got a really cool 97 Camaro 3.8 V6, and he's doing a top end swap. He's putting a supercharger off of a Pontiac Grand Prix, and check out all the work he's had to do. It's a fun project to watch. Go check him out and root him on as he's trying to finish Project Oddball. And also you'll want to check out his Instagram account. All right, so another YouTube channel I want to give a shout out to is Camaro Rick. Rick's got a lot of great videos on his channel. He's a mechanic that has all kinds of cool cars going through his shop. He does upgrades from minor to major, and while he's doing his repairs, he gives you a lot of tips and tricks to be able to deal with certain situations that you might come across if you want to do these repairs yourself. He's a funny guy with a lot of insight on repairs. Plus, and maybe best of all, he drives a sweet early 4th generation LS swapped Camaro that you just got to check out for yourself. Bad to the bone. So check out his channel, tell him the Daninator sent you, follow him on Instagram as well. All right, and lastly, check out the GM Man on YouTube. He's got 2 nice trucks he's working on. He's got a 98 GMC plus an old square body flatbed GMC that's pretty sweet. So he's got a few videos documenting those projects. He does a lot of auto body, paint, repair, and refinish. So check him out. He's got a lot of great tips on his channel as well. All right, so those are just a few guys I like to follow on YouTube. I'm curious to know, who else do you guys follow? Leave a comment in the comments below of the YouTube channels you guys like to watch. Would you like to be featured in a Daninator video or on my Instagram page? I thought so. If you've purchased any Daninator merch from the Daninator merch store, I want to have a picture of you wearing your merch next to your vehicle, your pride and joy, and I would love to feature it at the end of my videos and on my Instagram page. I'm really hoping to grow the channel, and I'd love to see the Daninator merch help do that. So if you can, follow that link in the description below, pick up some Daninator merch. I got some pretty fun t-shirts, long sleeve, hoodies, variety of colors. So go on the link in the description, pick up some Daninator merch, get a photo of you with your merch and your vehicle, and we'll start featuring them in videos and on my Instagram. Any purchase is greatly appreciated. You're gonna look cool, you're gonna get featured, and you're gonna help the Daninator channel grow. The Dana Nation is over 35,000 subscribers strong now.
It's true.
It's mind-boggling. I want to thank each and every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
One eternity later.
Thank you, thank you. I lost count. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So that's going to do it for today's video. New project announcement coming soon. More repair videos, more vlogs, more fun, more content to come. Thank you for watching. God bless. We'll see you next time. Hi, Rocky.